Welcome to the True Colours Podcast, where we share our views on life, relationships and culture, exploring big questions and providing simple answers to them, with your hosts Jay Claire and Sally Olver. And we're live!
Ah!
Welcome, Sally. Welcome to the True Colours Podcast. How you doing?
I'm good, buddy. How are you? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you very well across the Nullarbor.
Yeah, it must be those high-tech earphones I've got in.
Straight off the shelf iPhones, or are they like Safeway $3?
Mate!
Is it even called Safeway anymore?
It's Woolworths.
It's probably Safeway still in Perth, I imagine.
That's not straight out the gate. That's not nice. All right, you haven't we haven't even started, and already you're having a go at the West. Come on, man.
I know. That's like.
I'll have you know, these were actually $6 from Kmart. All right, so
$6.
I got the good stuff.
Just put on Afterpay.
To pay. Hell yeah, I did.
That's good. Hey, I've always wondered, like, when you book a holiday to back to Melbourne, whether it feels like you're Marty McFly and you're going back to the future.
Well, no, because I don't feel like. Number one, I don't jump in a DeLorean to go back east. I fly Qantas.
Oh,
yeah.
Spender.
Freaking flies, buddy.
$6 earphones in Qantas fly. It's like a really weird dichotomy going on there.
Yeah. Hey, I know.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just going to cut you off right there.
Why?
I do. Oh, well, we probably need to talk about how we, this is the first time we're recording this, and why we're doing it. Let's not talk about why. Let's talk about how we know each other first. Obviously, long time friends. How long have we known each other now?
Yeah, so we met, I think it was either 99 or 2000.
Oh, so it's 20 years. I think it was.
Yeah.
I was 20, so half my life ago.
Yeah, the better half of your life.
Well, the other half of my life is yet to come, and I can only imagine amazing things.
Yeah.
So we went to university together, and we started a B bus.
B bus.
Bachelor of Business. Shout out to Bree.
Yeah. We started. Yeah. Shout out, Bree. Shout out to our homegirl Bree.
And the weirdest thing, when we first met, we had like these prejudged versions of each other.
We did. Yeah.
I don't know if I said it first or you were like.
No, you did.
I did.
You did, yeah. You said,
Right.
so what national are you? I'm like, Mauritian. You go, no way. I said, yeah, I'm Mauritian. You go, I'm Mauritian. I'm like, what? And you go, I thought you were Indian. I'm like, I thought you were Samoan. So I think that speaks to the gamut of appearances in our culture.
Yeah. Well,
not only are they like 50 Shades of Mauritian, but there's also like our features are quite diverse as well.
Yeah. I always
But then you do get the odd Mauritian that you go, that person is Mauritian.
Yeah.
There are those.
the the prototypical Mauritian.
The archetype.
He's called Jean-Francois.
Pierre.
Pierre. Hello,
Yep.
Pierre. So we know each other through uni, and then we worked together.
Oh, yes, we did.
Yeah,
For
we
years.
did.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. This is actually fun going through our history. It's good. Yeah.
Yeah, Blockbuster.
We did work together. We did.
Mm.
With a lot of lifelong friends that we still have.
Correct.
Yeah.
We also had another friend who, shout out before, who went to uni with us and worked with us. Her name was Bree.
Oh, yes,
her name is
Bree.
Not was. She's still Bree. She hasn't transitioned yet.
What? This is just turning into the Bree show.
I don't know. Yeah, B-Bus.
B-Bus. Yeah, B-Bus. Yeah, so she also worked with us too. As you can tell, we're a very tight-knit group. We pretty much did everything together. So we went to uni. We went to uni together. We worked together, and then we hung out together.
That's right.
And we're still friends. Wow, that's an achievement.
It is. I mean, it's actually quite rare. I think for the type of friendship that we have as well. I think it's. Yeah. I don't think there are many male and female really friends in society nowadays. I don't know why, but I think that's something that allows our bond to be a little bit, I don't know, special.
Oh, it's special.
Oh, and we both grew up in the hood.
We certainly did. Respect. All the respect. Shout outs.
So we've been planning on doing a podcast for a very, very long time.
Maybe it has been 20 years.
Maybe it has. 20 years in the making. And we don't really have anything specific that we're going to focus on, but more about, I guess we're going to talk more about life, just as we've been doing, relationships.
It's our favourite topic.
Just the culture around us, we live in a beautiful multicultural society in Australia, and it's rife with problems. Yet we have probably the most. I'm gonna go out there and be patriotic and say we live in the best country in the world.
We do live in the best country in the world.
As long as you're we can't go there yet.
I'm taking selfies as you're talking.
What are you doing? You're recording on your phone and taking selfies and talking at the same time.
Of both of us.
Mm-hmm.
No, and I think you know what? I think that's probably another thing you and I really have in common is that, we know where our families grew up. Like, we have an understanding of how can I say that? Like, I mean, our parents, our forefathers grew up in a third world country. So for us, for you and I, when, we hear people ragging on first world problems, it irritates us. It's insulting to us, really.
Yeah.
Because it's like we got no idea how. Like, okay, I'll tell you something that really annoys me. This is something that really annoys me. Here's a good one.
Yeah.
So when, say, for example, and I don't wish this upon anyone, but you injure yourself, you have to go to emergency, right? Mm-hmm. And you hear people go, I had to wait for 4 hours. It's like, man, in our country, you just lose your leg. That's it. You're finished. So, it's just, I think for us, it's things like that irritate, because we know another side, our families.
Yeah, these are the funny stories of when your parents talk about what they used to get for Christmas, and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I got an orange for Christmas," and I'm like, "What? What do you mean an orange? Like a piece of fruit?"
Yeah.
And it's like, "Yeah, that was Christmas," and I'm like, "Oh man, I feel like a piece of shit for asking for $1,000 present." But that's what we did.
Oh, what did you get, Mum, for Christmas? Oh, a bowl of rice. Oh, Merry Christmas.
Rice. No soy sauce even, just the white rice.
Just a sprinkle of turmeric and they were good to go.
the world's new superfood.
Oh, no. That's a whole episode in itself, mate.
Yeah, I think so. We'll leave that for another time.
Yeah.
But I think the thing that we did want to talk about was the world of, would you call it ghosting?
Oh.
Right. It's happened.
Do it. Come on.
It's happened.
We need to discuss it. The world needs to. You know what? We need to be the mouthpiece for everyone who has ever been seen but not replied to.
Seen, not replied. It's like I can see.
Come on.
That you've got the message.
Should we rewind and tell our listeners what it is that grates on us about this whole paradigm?
I'd like for you to explain to me because I don't know.
All right. Okay. I'll do it. It's cool. So Jason and I are both really ticked off on behalf of ourselves and on behalf of anyone in the world who has sent a message to another human being and the recipient of that message has seen it, and it's even, just to add salt to the injury, there's even a little word that says seen, right? So the recipient has seen your message, but don't reply.
So I'll just Jason sent me a message.
They had seen it. They had seen, but they don't reply. Discuss.
What do you think's worse, the seen no reply or the I've written a detailed message and I just get a thumbs up?
Oh my gosh! That's a really, you know what? Let me contemplate that. What? Okay. Well, I was thinking about this the other day, right?
Like you've literally written.
You've poured your heart out. You've exposed your soul, and you get that little Homer Simpson thumb, right?
All it needed to take was like a press of the button, just a boop, and that's all they probably haven't even read it.
Okay, so no, I do have an answer to this. I do have, because I was contemplating this the other day. Because I got a Homer Simpson yellow thumbs up from someone who's really great, actually, right? Mm-hmm. So, and I'm like,
no names, yeah.
No names. This person's awesome. This person's like, I'm legit. She is legit. She is awesome. You got
the Homer thumb.
I was Homer thumbed, right? And
mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, what? But then I thought to myself, oh, you know what? Like, if I tell her something and she gives me a thumbs up, like, she's doing it. Like, if I'm talking to her and she's like, yeah, mate, that's great, and she gives me a thumbs up, like, she's got this big smile on her face when she's doing it, and she's, like, really excited, and she gives me a thumbs up. So maybe when they're when you're being homered, you think, is that all you're going to get? I've just bared my soul or bore my soul. I don't know the correct grammar there. It doesn't matter. Not the point. I've just given you, I've exposed my heart to you, and you're Homer thumbing me. But we don't know in what spirit that Homer thumb is given.
Look, I think you're creating quite a backstory for a thumbs up, to be honest with you. You're envisioning.
Jason, you asked me you said, well, what's worse? What's worse, the seen not replied or a thumbs up? Now, okay, so the thumbs up can be received as very dismissive. It's like, oh, just give them a homer thumb.
What are you doing tomorrow night? Thumbs up. Like, that's not an answer.
You're giving me
to my
nothing.
question.
Yeah, right? But the seen not replied, man. Nah.
Yeah. But what
I
if
can't.
where that was the last moment in a friendship? As in, that was the ghosting commencing. The seen no reply.
The commencement of the go. Yeah.
Yeah, well, because like it gets to that seen no reply. The person who sent the message and gets to see no reply, they're like, fuck this, I am not going to write back to this person until they write back to me. Because that's what I would do, because I'm a piece of shit. I would be like, I'm not writing back. Like, I've sent something, this communication is now on your side of the fence.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
I'm waiting for you. And that can just basically turn into 6 months. And then everyone's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. So like this perfectly good relationship has been obliterated by the seen not reply. I don't know. What can you please tell me your thoughts on it? I've been very elaborate, as you've highlighted, right?
On the seen no reply.
I want to know, because for me, seen no reply is absolutely inexcusable. It is rude.
I would say if someone doesn't respond within 2 days,
yeah,
that's a lot of time. 2 days.
Well, okay, yeah, but we I don't know if this is a. No,
and if they do finally respond like within a week, it's like, and they say sorry.
That's cool.
Because when you totally you're like, I'll respond back to them. And you never do, because you're an idiot, and we've got the attention span of, ants, and your memory is it's basically once you go back, because you're only triggered once you go back into your phone and you see it, and you're like, oh man, I forgot to write back to that person, and that's how you do it.
No,
you're like,
I don't. Again, I'm not taking that, Jason, because if that same person had texted you and said, I've got $500 that I want to give you just because you're my mate, I bet there'd be a reply then.
So the incentive to reply. Well, that's different. So you're saying
it can't be based on incentive.
We're quick to respond when there's something in for us, but yes. Would that be a measurement of the person getting the message in? So you're saying that it's a heartfelt message. See no reply. The person on the end of that is just like conceited and couldn't give a shit about the other person, really.
Yeah, but
like if you got a message from a mate who's like, I'm having this fight with my husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend, and I feel like shit, and this is how I'm feeling. If you got the see no reply off a good mate, that'd be pretty harsh.
Okay, so I've done this before. Again, no names, but I noticed. Okay, so on Facebook is just the murderer of all good relationships, really. so on okay, you know how you get invited to an event?
Yes.
Right? And then you go,
oh, this is actually another topic to talk about it.
No, it's not. It's not. It ties in, because you've got, okay, you're invited to Jay's 30th. Cool. And I go, tick, going. And then you
Are you talking
go,
about...
no, wait. And then you go, oh, hang on a minute, I'll see who else is going. And then you get this list of the people that are going. So the first half of the list are the people that you're friends with. Yeah. And the second half of the list, you don't know, the randos, right? So this one time, I've been invited to a birthday party. I've hit going. I'm like, oh, I wonder who else is going. Had a look, and one of my so-called mates had unfriended me.
Oh, I've already...
Wait, there's more. There's more.
Already here as well.
No, wait, there's more. So then I'm like, what? And so I messengered her. I don't know the correct terminology for that. But anyway, so I messaged her and I was like, hey, I can't help but realise, like, you know, we're both going to this party and I've checked Facebook and we're not friends anymore. Is that deliberate or is something sort of what's going on there? See no reply.
Oh, so she unfriended you and see no replied you. Oh, she.
Mate,
So she.
That's hardcore. That's
I'm going to use the word.
What? Go on.
A massive bitch.
It's pretty. It was harsh.
At least be like, hey, yeah, I don't want to be friends.
All right. So what's worse? See no reply or hey, yeah, don't want to be friends.
I've had that. You heard my Facebook unfriend story, haven't you?
Yeah, I do know your Facebook unfriend story.
Which
it's very sad.
It's the unfriend happened again.
Oh,
twice.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll never unfriend you.
That's all right.
If I was going to unfriend you, I would have unfriended you long ago, mate.
I would see who could see no reply each other for the longest to see who'll be like, oh, damn you. She's seen no reply.
I'd crack it. Nah. I'm sorry, I'm not even in that competition because I would be fuming.
So that's seeing no reply. We understand it's a phenomena of modern day society because we have all this. Yet it becomes so hard as individuals to respond with something more than just a thumb, with more than a homer.
It's not that hard.
It's not even hard to go, acknowledge, I'll get back to you later. Is it?
Do you know what you can do? I don't know why people don't do this more. You do this and I do this. But if time is so limited, call people in the car.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, I don't buy it. I don't, I'm being quite vocal at the moment, but I think it's rude.
I think less and less people talk as well. I think that's a thing as well.
That's what we've always done, and maybe that's why we're still mates.
We're pretty old school.
We are so old school.
So that's seen no reply. There was one other topic we were going to discuss today. I think we've got enough time. Have you got time on your hands, or are you rushed?
I do.
Right.
I can pick one more topic.
Right. So, you're a mother of three children. Three beautiful children. I am a father of one.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know this, but my wife Annie is pregnant as well. So
yes,
you obviously already knew that, didn't you?
I tell you what, if I was finding out over a podcast, I would rather be seen, not replied. Okay.
Yeah.
No, of course I knew. I was like I knew when she was like 4 weeks pregnant.
So this is like a seen no reply pregnancy thing, right? So I may have touched on it with you a couple of weeks ago where so we're in the stage where we know a few people who are trying to have kids as well.
Yep.
And people, a couple who I considered to be like kind of close friends.
Yeah.
And they were also had started trying for us, and because I have magical sperm, we got pregnant straight away.
Magical. Okay.
or as Eddie says, why is it just your sperm? It could be my eggs and ovaries or whatever it is. So whatever it was, we got pregnant. I didn't even say it like that.
I know.
We are with child. Anyway, so the other people who were trying, so Annie told the lady, and we're talking like 8 or 9 weeks later, still not heard from the dude to say congrats or anything.
Oh, yeah, but let's clarify. These were good friends of yours. These weren't people that you just sort of knew. They were.
No, they weren't. They'd become good friends. Like we would hang out every couple of weekends.
Oh, mate, in this day and age, that's a lot. Every couple of weekends, that is decent. That is on your top 10 list.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So is this something you've encountered at all? You heard anything of the same ilk?
I haven't encountered it myself, and that's probably because when I was back in Melbourne, Matt and I had children way before everybody else. Because I'm older than you. Yeah, I'm older than you guys. So Matt and I had kids. Okay, so to put it into some context, Jason's little girl Lucy is 2, 3?
3.
2?
Yeah.
3.
3.
Okay. So Jason's eldest child is 3. My eldest child is almost 11. So that gives a bit of context about it. So when you say to me, have I experienced it? The answer would be no, because my circle of friends weren't in that. Although we were all mates, you guys weren't in that phase. However, I do know of situations where couples have been trying, and I will say this. I will say we have been really blessed with our pregnancies because it hasn't been a struggle or a challenge for us. We haven't had that struggle, but there are a lot of people that do have a really intense struggle. It's really, really all-consuming and disappointing and heartbreaking and all of that. And they find it very, very difficult to be able to celebrate someone else's good news. Is that right or wrong? I don't know. But what I am saying is I do know that there are couples that try really hard to have a baby and they can't, and that really messes them up. So maybe I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying that. I'll put it to you this way: if I was trying to have a baby and I couldn't, and you and Annie fell pregnant, I cannot see myself cutting myself off from you. I wouldn't do it personally, but some people don't know how to process someone else's good fortune.
Yeah.
It's like a reflection. So the immediate focus is their lack or their deficit as opposed to your gain and your blessing.
It's just weird.
Which is very sad. I think that's sad. I think it's sad.
Yeah, it's like, and now it's at that stage of getting to ghosting where I'm like, I'm not going to be the person who is like, hey man, I haven't spoken to you a while. Especially seeing the last time you probably heard about us is you found out we were with child.
With child, pregnant. We're pregnant.
We're pregnant.
We're pregnant.
So it's just one of those weird things where
I think it's disappointing, and you were doing life with these people, you know.
Yeah, and I can understand they're probably going through some tough times themselves, but
it's disappointing.
It's probably, I don't know, my philosophy in life more than anything else is to, I don't know, we're both very jovial, happy people by nature. So, we're not like, lots of people like us. We're not unique, but I think people who are as loud and upfront as us sometimes struggle with other people's personalities. This is probably the struggle with our personalities. Like I think we had that discussion a couple about, I think, I don't know if you want to talk about it, with
Probably not. Was it? Did I tell you something?
No, it's about you. It was about you. So it was more saying whether or not you thought you needed to change yourself. Do you remember that?
I don't know what you're referring to, but I will say something. In one of the Bible studies that I was doing the other week, they said something really, really interesting, and I think I'll take this with me forever. Is like there's a whole context behind it, but the crux of it is like when you're having a conflict with someone, and as you know, Jason, better than anyone, people, I can be really quick to be judgmental and, oh my gosh, Jason, this person did this and whatever. But it was teaching. I know. I'm working on it. I'm aware of it and I'm working on it, right? That's important. But in those moments, to look at when you're sort of like really ticked off and, this person and I can't believe they've done, and to turn it around, to just excuse that person for a minute and go, all right, what's going on for me? So obviously I had an expectation that wasn't met. I know I can be judgmental. And these are the things you go, all right, am I comfortable with those things about myself, or do I want to improve those things about myself? Me, I want to improve them. I don't want to stay. I mean, it makes for good discussion for you and me, but but really, holistically, you don't want to stay there.
Yeah.
Because it's just. I think, I don't know. I think partially some of that's a cultural thing for us as well. Mauritians, mate, they don't hold back. When someone's annoyed, then like they'll call it for what it is.
Zero filter.
Oh, no filter. No filter. So, I don't want to just be an angry person. Like I'll put it to you this way. Like if something happens, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to tell Jason this happened. Like I definitely want to tell you that I'm angry about it. I want to tell you exactly what happened, that I'm frustrated, all of those things. I'm not going to try and pretend that I'm holier than thou and things don't upset me. Of course I do. But What I'm saying is I don't want to stay there.
Right.
Permanently,
Yeah.
I need that moment to go, rah, and then I need to go, all right, what am I bringing to the table here?
I think venting is great. Like I think.
Oh, we are the venters.
Like I one of the
you and I love a good vent.
I think one of the biggest differences between Annie and I is the fact that like I'll get angry and blow off steam, and then within an hour I'm like, everything's normal, right? Whereas
hey,
whereas
come give Papa a hug.
Yeah, whereas it's not quite the same on the other side.
No,
but that's what makes it. Yeah. So that's what makes us individuals, I suppose. The way we react, our personalities, basically. We're all. But that's, I think, like ending this conversation up. I just want to sort of brace on the fact of. I know we spoke at the start about how we met and why we're doing this. I don't think we even spoke about why we're doing it. We're just doing it because we wanted to do something.
I think we've wanted to work together for such a long time.
Creatively, yeah.
And like we have so many conversations on the phone, and I think one day you were just like, man, we should record this. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do it anyway.
But the interesting part for us, I think, us as a friendship, as a friendship, is that while we actually have so much in common, we're very different as well.
We are.
So
how?
Yeah, very
How are
much
we
so.
different? Oh, yeah. I get you. We are. I think we're more
What
this.
are you doing? You like had some moment of revelation in your mind.
I
That,
did have the
we're totally,
revelation. I think
totally
we're
different.
more the same than different, though.
We're most human beings are.
No.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Most human beings are the same rather than different.
That's a whole other episode, man.
Yeah. Anyway, have you watched any good movies lately?
Oh, movies, bro. No, I am.
All out of movie watching?
No, it's not that I'm out of movie watching. It's that I'm just a little bit of a binge watcher. I'm a Netflix. Yeah.
You're a TV person.
Oh, do you know what we have been watching, Matt and I, every night?
Yeah. Well,
Seinfeld episodes. Old Seinfeld episodes.
Seinfeld doesn't get old. Have you actually? I think
Seinfeld's
I've told
the best.
this plenty of times, but have you ever got into Larry David's other show?
Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yeah.
Oh, mate, you have told me that at least 10 times, and I still
What?
haven't.
Stop rewatching Seinfeld and watch Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Stop watching Friends for the 40,000th time. You know what happens. Yeah.
Do you still watch Friends?
Yeah. Timeless.
See how different we are. That's how different we are. Friends
like
was good
Friends?
I liked Friends in 1997, and I grew into an adult.
Oh, that hurts.
Was it a backhand?
Ow.
That was a backhand. Yeah. No, I watch it now, and I watched it the other day. It has well and truly aged.
Do you reckon? I don't.
Yeah. It's just not funny.
Oh, you stop it right now. It's so funny.
It's not funny. Trust me.
Next topic. Friends is amazing.
I watched that movie yesterday. The other week.
What day did you watch yesterday? Yesterday?
He's a very funny story about yesterday. The story. You'll love this one, actually. So we got a movie yesterday. You know what yesterday is? Yeah, it's that movie about that guy who has an accident or something in the world. All of a sudden doesn't know who the Beatles are and lots of other things, and he basically copies all the Beatles songs and becomes famous out of it. That's the whole premise of the story.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it was done by the same guy, Danny Boyle, I think his name is, who did like Four Weddings.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
And all the Hugh Grant specials.
Oh.
So went to go watch yesterday. No shit. I go into the cinema. I'm like looking at my tickets, and I walk up to the guy. I'm like, mate, you're in our chairs, buddy.
Oh no. Yeah. Okay.
And he's looking at his tickets, and he's like, "No, we're in the right seats." I'm like, "Mate, look at my tickets. We're in the right seat." And he's like, "Mate, that's tomorrow."
Oh. Yesterday, tomorrow.
Yeah, I bought tickets for yesterday for tomorrow.
The irony.
Whew.
Yesterday, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be the sequel.
Well, what the weird part is how we actually even got into the cinemas. They're not really doing their job very well. They could have been like, excuse me, sir, those tickets are for tomorrow. And I just made a joke as I walked in. I was like, yesterday, that's so far away. And I was like, that's not even the song, right? I'm singing a totally different song, but it worked. And she just was like, hi, well, yeah, going to the cinema.
But didn't check.
So now I'm going to buy tickets for the next day and see if I can go to the movies twice.
Great.
I don't know why you would do that, but
yeah, because the movies are great.
Well, I love going to the movies.
I love the movies.
Just like one of the old things.
I will only go to the movies if I really want to see something. I'm not paying all that money. It's too expensive now. Movies are too expensive. Like unless I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to see this movie. This is going to be great. Like A Star Is Born or something like that. I won't pay to go to the movies. I'll take the kids to the movies on school holidays and stuff. But just to go, you remember we used to go like 2-3 times a week.
Yeah.
We always went to the movies. Every movie that came out, we went out and saw. But I think back then it was like $8 or $9.
I buy my tickets for $12.50.
What?
$12.50.
Oh, $12.50 is not bad.
Yeah, but
do you get popcorn and stuff?
Well, this is the thing. So
do you get a combo?
We'll talk about this. I think our next episode will be on budgeting because that's a very funny story. Because we went and we'd already had dinner. We went to this amazing Italian restaurant. Yeah. And then we ended up going there, and I'm like, oh yeah, just get some M&Ms, like chocolate M&Ms, and a Coke, and it was like $11 or something.
Oh, at the movies?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So we know where they make their money. It's called the candy bar.
It's insane.
How much?
How can
make, really?
M&Ms and a Coke be $11? But that doesn't surprise me though.
Capitalism, baby.
It frustrates me, but it doesn't surprise me.
And we still do it. We're just idiots.
I know.
Well, I do it. But now I'm trying
to do it only for the kids. Like they're allowed to have a choc top. Like I'm not going to take them to the movies and go. You can sit there with your bottle of water from home. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with that.
No.
I actually envy the people when I go to the footy and they've got their cut lunch. They've got their cut lunch.
Yeah.
Because
good on them.
Like a day at the footy is just so expensive. I don't know why I was talking about that, but
we're talking about the ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah. So so you spend a lot of. So I'm going to start doing that now. We actually, out of ridiculousness, the other day, we're talking about how there's that food challenge to see how you can eat like a poor person.
What?
Have you not heard that? Like live below the line where you eat. You can only spend $10 for 5 days for food. And I'm like, I want to do that just to save money.
Can you do that though? Like really?
Yeah, think about it. 2-minute noodles, 5-pack.
Oh, you cannot.
At Aldi is like I'm not just saying that. $1.20 for a 5-pack. Probably get 2 of those. $2.20. Oats for breakfast. I'm not saying you're going to eat well on $10. I'm just saying that
it can
you
be
can
done.
do it.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Lentils, rice, the shit that Mauritians eat.
Yeah, because it's peasant food.
Yeah, exactly.
No. I'm sorry. It's superfood. Yeah.
Have you got anything else you want to add before we tie this all up?
Oh, well, I hope you have a good week, mate.
Uh-huh.
Hope you have a good week. Hope Annie has a good week. Hope Lucy has a good week.
Yeah, likewise. I hope all the best to you and the crew
thanks, mate.
On the west side.
Yeah, on the west side. Pearl a day today, 28.
That's shit. It was like about 12 degrees today.
It's really not. It's really grey. It was 28. Yeah.
28 degrees in Perth today?
Yeah, buddy. Yep.
I guess it's the price you pay for living in Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park?
That was my way of saying you're back in the day.
Oh, Boom, another bomb. That's two, man.
That's all right.
You burnt me twice.
Do you know, I found out the other day, did I tell you this, that I live in a segment of Victoria which is connected to Jerusalem.
What? No.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like there's this whole thing where a piece of conduit goes around this whole bit of like Caulfield, Elsternwick and stuff, and apparently it's connected to Israel directly. And I'm like, whoa, man, that's crazy. So basically I'm Jewish by living in by where
Jewish,
I live.
You are Jewish by association.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
I love bagels, man. I'm gonna bring Jewish people all the way just to bagels.
Yeah. Yep. Well,
do you get bagels in? Do you get bagels in Perth?
Do we get bagels in Jurassic Park? No.
That's a bit harsh. I don't know. I shouldn't. You guys have got such. I mean, apart from the weather, what else is good there?
Oh, me? How about
that?
I'm
not the obvious, but like what else?
Oh, what makes Perth?
Yeah. No, this is a whole different conversation. Let's leave it at that.
Okay,
well, it's been a pleasure getting podcast number 1 off the ground for True Colours.
Yeah, it really has.
Hopefully people have enjoyed our ramblings on ghosting, see no reply, and a follow-on topic of pregnancy, which is basically a sideways move to ghosting as well. And then, but I hope to. Are you happy to do this every week? What are we doing?
Oh, we could do it every week. Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Well, we pretty much.
Well, I was just going to say we do anyway. So, whenever you call me, just hit record and then we'll just we'll go from there.
Yeah. We'll just keep our private conversations to the world.
Yeah. That's right.
To the 17 people that might listen to us.
17? Jeez, that's pretty good.
I know. I'm being very, very optimistic here.
Yeah.
We might get syndication of some kind, and then
hey,
Fox FM might call us one day and be like, "You guys are just magical together," and we're like, "Yeah, we know. Yep. You need some brown. You need to get some more brown on Fox FM, by the way."
Yeah, so. Fox FM needs more brown, and it's been 20 years in the making, so we're pretty good at it now.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
On that note, thanks very much,
mate. Thank you, man, and I will speak to you very soon.
On the flip side.
On the flip side. Bye, mate. Bye.
See you.